Hello and welcome to another Tech Articles. In this tech article, which should be relatively quick, we're going to look at a solution I've created based on a Facebook post. The post was basically saying that this user has a client who has a website and they upload a weekly menu to their media library and include it in their site. And it's been indexed multiple times even though it no longer exists or it's expired. And that's because Google is indexing those files from the media library and it doesn't index enough to know that they no longer exist. There was a whole conversation on the Facebook group about how to fix this or how to approach this. And I agree with the solution that was given, which is that really they need to be uploading to the same file every time. And that way it won't happen. And as well as that, you could add it to robots.txt. And I totally agree that is the solution. But there was discussions about how you can't do that because in this case they were using media folders with years and months, something that I disabled by default. And then another user said, well, FTP it. And they said, well, that's not user friendly. And I'd agree, it isn't end user friendly, particularly in this space for this type of client. They're doing one item, they're doing it once a week. I mean, there might be dozens of people doing it. So I thought about how I would approach this, and this is how I would approach it. I would approach it with a custom snippet to add a new menu item and to upload it. And I've written an article about it, and this video will accompany this article. A link to the article will be in the video description. So I'm going to head over to WP Codebox and turn this one on. Now I've used WP Codebox here, but you could put it in your functions PHP or into your snippet plugin, whatever you use. So that adds a new menu item called Change Menu, and we're going to go down there. And you'll see here it has a very simple interface which allows us to choose a file, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to choose test menu 1 and I'm going to upload that file, and what it will do is upload and replace that file. I didn't have one to begin with, so it's nothing to replace, but the current menu can be viewed by clicking this link, which is what I'm going to do next, and it loads test menu 1. Now it's next week and I need to change it again, so I'm going to select test menu 2 and I'm going to do the same thing again. And this time I'm not going to click the link, I'm just going to refresh this page. And we get test menu 2 because it's now week 2 and we've changed the menu. And the benefit of this is the URL stays the same. If you needed to output it on a site, you could probably do a quick shortcut code output and do that, but the embed would stay the same if you were embedding it as well. And as I say, you could add this to your robots.txt file or Cloudflare rules to disable search engine capture of the data. But in this way, the file will always come to the most up-to-date menu, even if it is in the search engines. It won't be an out-of-date menu with stuff that isn't available. It will always be the most up-to-date stuff that is there. So yeah, this is how I'd approach it. And as I said, the code for this snippet is on the article, as is why I've written it and what it's about, and also a little bit about robots .txt. Hopefully this has been of use, and please do like and subscribe to the channel, and thank you for watching.